Absolutely. There are hot places and there are cold places to counterbalance it. But overall, when you look at the global average temperature, we have the hottest decade on record happen just recently.
One chart in particular, the LAWDOME, LAWDOME, ice cores from Antarctica, a place where the snow falls 10 times more in volume, giving you a higher resolution ice core record, indicates clearly that today's temperature is not unusually hot. This is not the hottest decade on record.
Amazing. And I can't help but ask, on a federal level here, I understand that there's a lot of pressure on individuals, which as well there should be, to calculate their carbon footprint and to be conscious consumers, of course. That's very important. I just feel like there is very little action being taken on a federal level in terms of methane emissions.
Notice this is RT, that stands for Russia Today. That is a propaganda network controlled by Vladimir Putin of Russia. Putin is ex-KGB. Why is he ex-KGB? Well, because the name has been changed to SVR. This woman in red is a propaganda instrument in the hands of Vladimir Putin's KGB.
The majority in Congress are overwhelmed by other interests that are invested in ancient forms of energy. But we do see leaders at the local level. At the National Climate Assessment release, we had a local leader, Kristen Jacobs from Florida, who is taking action, and she's working with Republican mayors and Democratic mayors down in the 4-county compact area of Southeast Florida. So local leaders they're grappling with climate change every day, and they don't have time for partisan politics and waiting for people to sit on their hands. However, at the federal level, just next month, there is going to be an announcement of new rules from the Environmental Protection Agency to reduce emissions from power plants that are emitting the dirtiest forms of carbon dioxide.
That's wonderful to hear. And your response also to people who look at Al Gore and they say, look, he's flying around in his private jet and I'm plane and I'm driving my big Hummer, and now that I'm hearing this 13-foot rise is inevitable, I don't have to do anything, it's over. I mean, any sort of message for those people?
We've only had a taste of the beginning taste of global warming and climate change. And therefore, if we do not do everything we can to reduce the pace of emissions, these changes will happen much faster, much more severe, and we will have less time and will be more costly in terms of lives and economic costs.
And is there anything that individuals can do to either pressure the government to really take action or just in their own lives?
Vote in the midterm elections in the United States, vote around the world. India just had a huge election, and people around the world really need to hold their leaders accountable so that we can look for solutions and not be stuck at the denying that it's happening.
Right. We're living on one organism. We're one giant human family. Thank you so much, Brenda, for coming on.
Thank you
really
so
appreciate
much.
you breaking it down.